everyone, my name is Tiffany and this is my channel, Who's Your Handmade. Thank you so much for stopping by today. In today's video, we are reviewing my 2023 Make 9 and will there be one for 2024? If that sounds interesting to you, stick around. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope that you will consider subscribing before you leave. I would love to get to know you better and welcome you into the sewing community. And thank you so much to each one of my friends who are returning again today. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to spend some of it with me. It means so very much to me. Give this video a thumbs up if you like this kind of content and leave a comment down below. Let me know if you're participating in the Make 9 challenge or if you're doing some sewing goals like that, or maybe that doesn't work for you. Let me know down below in the comment section. I love chatting with you. So today we are talking about my Make 9 from last year and if there's going to be one this year. And I also want to talk about some sewing goals that I've set for myself or my channel here. But first, let's talk about Make 9. What in the world is it? So Make 9's been around a lot longer than I have been making videos, maybe since I've even been sewing. I believe it started out as an Instagram challenge where you chose 9 garments to sew, 9 projects that you wanted to achieve in that coming year. I've definitely morphed it into what I want it to be. A lot of people have jumped on board with this. A lot of YouTubers have already talked about it. My video is kind of late to the game. But I do want to review my 2023 Make 9. Now, at the end of 2023, so here in December, I was ready to give up on doing a Make 9. I have not really thought about it for at least the second half of this year. And I thought, you know what, there's really no use in doing another one because I'm not following to it. But if I review last year's, let me pop up a picture of last year's Make 9. If I review that one, actually, I have done 55%, at least attempted 55% of my Make 9. So I actually did better than I thought. Let's run through them real quick and then we're going to see what my Make 9 is for this year and then we'll talk about some sewing goals. So this is my visual for my Make 9 of 2023. Having a visual is actually really helpful. So if you are planning on doing a Make 9 this year, or even if you're setting yourself some goals, make a little graph like this, make yourself a little visual to hang it up in your sewing room. I'm gonna put mine on my vision board over there. I'm gonna try to keep it out in the open, very readily available so that I can look at it and see what I'm achieving, so that I can kind of use it as a guide more this year, as opposed to just having the thoughts in my head. I had this visual, but with moving 2 times last year, I did not have this visual out in front of me like I needed to here in my new sewing room. But for 2024, I'm definitely going to do that. So here's my visual. I'm gonna give myself a check mark for anything that I have attempted. So the first one is a secret quilt project. This is a secret quilt project for my husband, Josh. I have a quilt in progress for him. It's a Gatlinburg theme. We love Gatlinburg, Tennessee. He especially loves it. So I have a secret quilt in the makes for him. I did start this one last year. I made a little progress on it. Did not finish it, so this is the year, hopefully, that I get to finish that quilt, but I'm giving myself a check mark because I attempted it. The next one is underwear for myself. Did not attempt that this year, so that one gets an X. The third one is to learn more about my serger, to get a little more experience with the serger. I am going to give myself a check mark on this one because I actually bought a new serger. I bought a Baby Lock Acclaim serger and I have had a lot of fun learning more about that serger. Threading is a lot easier with the air threading functions. So I'm happy with my progress on learning more about my serger and using it so very much last year. The next one is the Styla Kodiak jacket. I really wanted to attempt this pattern for myself. I didn't have any fabric until December. I did pick up some soft shell fabric in December for this jacket, so I do have the supplies now, but I did not attempt this in 2023, so I'm not giving myself credit for this one. The next one is a shirt for Josh. Now I wanted to make him a collared button-up shirt in 2023 and I was successful at this. I made him an older pattern. This is McCalls 2447. Very old. What's the year? 1999. Not very old, but older, 1999. So I made this for Josh. I had a lot of fun doing it. He loves that shirt that I made him. There will be more of those in the future. I'm gonna give myself a check mark for this one. The next one that I wanted to try on my 2023 Make 9 was hand embroidery. I kept thinking about giving this a try. I have patterns in my stash that I could use, but I just never took the time to do that. So this one does not get a check mark. The next one that doesn't get a check mark is a style arc pattern. I have 4 style arc patterns in my stash. I really wanted to push myself to try one of those. Style arc seems intimidating to me with the small amount of instructions that you usually get with a style arc pattern, but I definitely want to give one of these a try in the future. I just did not get it done in 2023. I also had more clothes for Addie on my Make 9. I wanted to continue making her more clothes for her wardrobe. I was definitely successful with this one. I made her 31 items in 2023, so definitely sewed a lot for my little girl Addie. And then the last on my Make 9 for 2023 was to sew the stash. And I am going to consider myself very successful with this one. Last year was definitely very stash focused. This year is going to be stash focused as well. I gave myself several challenges throughout the year to go through several months, about 3 months at a time, with no buying patterns or fabric, but to keep up the momentum of sewing using only stash fabric and stash patterns. So that was really fun. That was a challenge. It was hard to do at the beginning of the year, but definitely worth it. And I will definitely be doing that again in 2024. So that was my 2023 Make 9. 5 out of 4 I am counting as successful. Moving on to my Make 9 for 2024, I'm bringing some of these over again. Some of these, it's been the 3rd year on a Make 9. And maybe you're thinking that I should just give up on those goals, but they're still important to me. Some I've tweaked a little bit for my new Make 9. Some I'm leaving the same. Some I really do want to accomplish those in 2024. But it is okay to roll over goals. If you had a crazy year and you just did not get to something, it is okay to roll it over to the next year to extend that goal into the new one. You don't have to wipe your slate clean and forget about what you wanted to accomplish. If that's still important to you, if it's something that you still want to accomplish, I'm giving you permission to roll it over to next year and use that goal again. So here we go with my Make 9 for 2024. Again, the quilt for Josh is up there. I do have plans to hit this one really hard this month. I'm going to a quilt retreat. I'm leaving garment projects at home. I am focusing only in on quilt projects, so hopefully this secret quilt for Josh will get completed here in 2024. Coming over from 2023 again is Sew the Stash. It's very important to me. I have a very large stash, woven fabric and knit fabric. I have a lot of patterns, indie and big 4, so I want to really focus in on sewing the stash this year. I've started my buying bans up again. I am in the middle of one right now, actually. Those will be 3-month periods of not buying any fabric or patterns, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how much I can sew up in my stash this year. The next one is kind of a rollover from 2023. I put on here a jacket for myself because I do want to sew some kind of jacket for myself. So I've taken off the specific pattern of the Styla Kodiak, but I definitely want to try some jacket pattern for myself this year. The next one is another rollover from 2023 with a slight tweak. This one I want to try underwear for the whole family, for myself, for my husband, and for my little girl. And I am bringing over hand embroidery again this year. This is a goal to me. It's important to me. It's something that I do want to learn. I want to start embellishing Addie's clothes with cute hand embroidery. So I do want to give that a try in 2024. Some new ones that I'm adding to my Make 9 2024 include a bra for myself. I have the Willowdale cashmerette pattern already. I have kits from Bra Builders, so I'm ready to go. I just need to give this bra a try. The next one is to try more woven patterns. If you watched my makes for 2023 review, you saw that I had a significant number of knit projects over woven projects. Knits are my favorite, they're my comfort zone, but I need to push myself out of my comfort zone a little bit and tackle more woven patterns. In line with pushing myself out of my comfort zone, I want to try more zippers. You don't see a lot of zippers in knit patterns, and I need to give zippers a try. I've only done a couple of them within some patterns for Addie, so I definitely want to try more patterns with zippers or more out of my comfort zone techniques that I haven't tried yet. And then the last one there is to finish my garments more professionally. Now I have a serger. I love finishing my seams with a serger, but I would love to cover those seams with bias binding or some other technique like that. I would just like to finish the insides of my garment with a little more finesse than what I'm currently doing. I want to push myself to learn some new techniques in that department. Okay, that's my Make 9 2023 review, and I do have one for 2024. I'll be printing that off, like I said, and hanging it in my zone here in my sewing room front and center so I can see it and monitor my progress through the year. Now let's talk about some goals for myself personally and for my channel as well. Recently, I have been feeling a little bit of the comparison bug bite me. I found myself comparing my little channel to other channels or other content that people are putting out, and honestly, you guys, comparison really is the thief of joy. So I had to take a minute to myself and I had to think about why I started this channel. Why did I put the camera in front of my face and decide to make this channel? So for 2024 channel goals, I really want to go back to the beginning. I want to go back to my roots and reaffirm those reasons for why I'm here. Probably the biggest reason I'm here is for you guys, for the sewing community. I really had nobody in my real day-to-day life that I could talk to about garment sewing. My mother's a quilter, so I could talk to her about quilts, but she has no love for garment sewing. So that's why I tiptoed into the sewing community to connect with other sewing YouTubers and also to connect with you all, the wonderful friends that I have gained through this channel. Another reason I started this channel is to share sewing inspiration. Now maybe you don't sew anything like I sew, you don't sew for a little girl, or your style does not align at all with mine, and that is perfectly fine, but I love sharing my love and my enthusiasm for sewing. I hope that you guys can pick up on that, and I love spreading that love for sewing through the sewing community and sharing a little inspiration for you to tiptoe into your sewing room if you haven't been in there in a while, look around, get some inspiration from your stash, and really get back to the love of sewing. So some personal themes for myself and for my channel this year are have fun, do what brings you joy, and be a friend. So hopefully you guys can come along on my sewing journey for 2024. I will be here to spread some inspiration, hopefully, and be a sewing friend to you and to anyone else that comes along on this channel. And I think that's going to do it for my Make 9 and Sewing Go review for the year. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. Like I said, I would love to know if you're doing a Make 9 or if you've set yourself some goals this year, or if that doesn't work for you, let me know as well. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.